Hi there, my name is Max and I'm the creator of Frankenhearts. If you found this video through the website, then welcome to the tutorial. If you found it through YouTube, that's pretty impressive. I gotta say that you managed to find this video. This is just a tutorial for a game that you can find at Frankenhearts.com. It's just a variant of Hearts. If you prefer regular Hearts, but you're as sad as I am that regular Hearts isn't on newer versions of Windows, you can also find a classic version of Hearts on the website. And if you want to try it on mobile, then Frankenhearts is available on mobile. It's not an app though, so there's no download. You can just play it in browser. But self-promotion done. Let's get started with the tutorial. Frankenhearts and Hearts is very difficult to explain, but easy to pick up. If you haven't played a game like it before, it can be confusing, but trust me, the first couple of hands confuse everyone, but you'll get the hang of it. So the ultimate goal is to get as few points as possible. It's like golf, sort of, in the way that it scores. The way that we get points is by winning hearts, so these cards, or by winning the Queen of Spades. Hearts are worth 1 point, Queen of Spades is worth 13 points. I also have another points card here, which is called the 10 of Clubs. The 10 of Clubs, obviously, doubles whatever points you already have. So if I had 0 points, 10 of Clubs would give me an extra 0 points. But if I had the Queen of Spades and then someone gave me the 10 of Clubs, then I would end up with 26 points, which is really not good. I also have one other pretty cool card. It's called a Joker, as you can see. And Jokers are wild cards like they are in most games. And the way that they work, they are valueless, so they can't win tricks. But I can't start tricks off with them. What are tricks, you might ask? Well, we're about to find out. When it comes to passing cards, I can't tell you exactly what cards to pass. You're going to have to sort of figure that out as you develop your own strategy, but we want to get rid of bad cards, and because we don't want to be winning, bad cards are high cards. So I'm going to pass all these, and we are finally going to learn what these things called tricks are. The first trick in a game of Frankenhearts always starts with the 2 of Clubs. That's just how the game starts. And we've already seen something pretty interesting on this first hand. I've started off with a club, which means that the trump suit of this trick, or this hand, is clubs. So if you have a club, you're forced to play it. You must play it. Harry has a club, so he's played the Ace of Clubs. Craig, on the other hand, doesn't have any clubs, so he's played the Jack of Spades. Harry's going to win this hand because the person that plays the highest valued card of the lead or trump suit is the person that wins the trick. So he's going to take all of these cards. If we were playing in real life, he'd grab them all and he'd put them in his pile. He's not allowed to play them, of course, and they're not worth any points, so he's just going to throw them away. But if there was a heart in this hand, then Harry would win one of those hearts. Another thing I should note is that you can't play any hearts or the Queen of Spades or the 10 of Clubs on the first trick. It's not allowed. Don't worry about that. The computer won't let you. But if you're trying to do it and it's not happening, that's why. So for this trick, Harry's led with the 3 of Spades. Craig has a spade, so he's forced to play one. He plays the 2. I also have a spade, so I just play the highest one that I have to get it out of the way because there's no points in this hand. I don't want to run out of spades, because if I run out of spades, I might find myself forced to play the Queen of Spades on myself. So I'm going to shift gear, and I'm going to look inside of diamonds for the Jack of Diamonds. Harry doesn't actually have any diamonds, so he's playing in a void suit here as well. I'm going to win this. I'm going to play the 10, and I'm just going to see if I can get rid of all of these cards. Because whenever you have a void suit, it gives you more flexibility in your play. Now, Harry's done something called breaking hearts. Earlier, pretty much before this hand, I wasn't allowed to lead any hearts because hearts hadn't been broken. Hearts break when somebody plays it inside a void suit. So like Craig played a spade on the first hand, that was Craig playing in a void suit. Harry's now playing in his void suit and he's played a heart, which means they're broken and they are fair game. We're now playing for points. So Craig is going to have gotten a point out of that hand because he won it and there was a heart in it. Now Craig quite intelligently, has realised that he can play the Jack of Diamonds and get away with it because no one can steal it from him. He's now swapped over to Spades, so he's now got negative 10 points. He's going to have sort of other points. It's not going to be exactly negative 10, but he's got the negative 10 point card. So I'm going to be forced to take this, and I'm going to be forced to take that heart. I'm going to give myself the 10 of clubs now on purpose because it's going to double my score. But I don't want to learn the hard way if I accidentally give the Queen of Spades to myself. So I'm going to play a low heart. Harry is really gunning for me, so I'm just going to try to get rid of all of my clubs so I don't have to deal with it anymore. This is good. This is working. This is what I wanted. Harry, he's tried to give me a club again, but I'm not going to let him do it to me. I'm going to give him the Queen of Spades, so that's 13 points to Harry. And I just end with my Joker. You'll notice Harry did start a trick off with a Joker, but he had to. It's the only card he had, so that's when you are allowed to do it. So at the end of that hand, Harry didn't do too well. He got 22 points, Craig got 0, and I got 3. Craig got 0 points because he had the negative 10 card. He had that Jack of Diamonds. So even though he did win some points, he still ended up with a score of 0 because you can't have a score below 0. It pushes you back up to 0. And you'll also notice the scores only refresh at the end of a round. I'm going to play one more round, and I'm going to be a bit quicker with this one, but I'll just sort of talk about what's happening. Same as last time, 2 of clubs starts it off. Harry wins with a club. Craig is feeling generous, giving away that Jack of Diamonds, so I'm going to take it. Chances are he's just trying to get rid of his diamonds as quickly as possible. So we're just going to... Nothing super exciting happening just yet. Heart's broken pretty early. Now I've got a void suit, so I'm going to drop the Queen of Spades on Craig. When you do that to people in real life, they take it pretty personal. But, ooh, Craig's really having a rough day. So yeah, that's how the game is played. Craig didn't do too well there. We did okay. And Harry is sort of slowly coming back. The only other thing I have to talk about is, if you manage to win every single heart and the Queen of Spades and the 10 of clubs, you might think that you've had a really, really, really rough turn, but you've actually done what's called shooting Venus in Frankenhearts, and you will give everybody else 36 points. So that's sort of, you play the game reverse, and you try to win points, try to take points, and that's sort of an alternative way to play the game. High risk, high reward type strategy. But that is Frankenhearts in a nutshell. Give it a go, see if you like it. The rules are on the website if you sort of want to check something. If you like it, please let me know in the comments. If you hate it, please let me know in the comments what you want me to do to make it better. The game is in active development, so it's not finished, but because the website's live, I figured if anybody happened upon it, they would want a tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for playing Frankenhearts.